Hello, everyone. How are you all doing? I'm so excited right now. I got on here to record something completely different and then saw this patch 3.0 for Sunhaven. I honestly didn't think they were going to be doing major updates to the game anymore. I thought we were going to see a lot more DLC, but this is so exciting. Now, I haven't read everything here yet. I just saw that this is a big update. And so I'm going to, I think, switch on over to the website version so we can get a better look and react to this. All right, so I just think that the web browser for it is a lot easier to see and get a better look at. So we'll read it together. So if you've already read it, I'm sorry, but I'm very excited for this. So it says, "Hi adventurers, winter is here and we hope you're staying bundled up as it gets chilly. As a little gift, we're excited to share that a preview of patch 3.0, The Great City, is live right now on the PBE PC only, and that means public beta environment. So let's see. If you'd like a sneak peek into what's coming in patch 3.0, you can join the public beta environment, PBE, and help us test this patch out before release. Join our Discord and check out the information on how to opt in. If you experience any bugs, please report them. Let's see, without further ado, let's jump into the peak. And right off the bat, I'm obsessed with everything in this image. It looks like there's a new outfit, new hair. I'm going to assume that that is a mount. I'm not the Pegasus running through, but that too. But I mean the book. The book is a mount, and I love that. And a little teacup companion. It's feeling a little Beauty and the Beast, which I don't mind. And then I'll try to get a better look at the Pegasus running by here. Okay, so there's a new hat, it looks like. And then I'm assuming maybe this is a new vendor. I'm not sure, but I'm very intrigued. It looks a little steampunk. So it says new region, new story, new fashion, new mounts. And I'm so excited. It looks like the ground has like purple grass on it. I'm wondering if that's just, for the image here, or if that's actually what it's going to look like. And there's different flooring. Who knows if that's actually going to be something we can use in the game. I'm interested in this little light up area that goes around it. I think that's really neat. So let's get a better look. Well, before we do that, actually, there's an image up here for us to look at. And I just wanted to take a little bit more of a look. This reminds me of the portal that when you jump into the shipping container portal, it kind of looks like that. And this kind of looks like the average housing area that we normally see, but there is like a fruit stand, so I'm going to take that this is in the city itself. And there's a different pathway here that looks pretty cool. Different characters. Now, I don't know if they are just pre-made characters or new characters that we're going to see in game. I will say you can't really make a character quite like this one. There is for the Amari, the lizard. So that's kind of lizard-esque, but for that, I don't think you can wear hair when you're a lizard Amari. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. It's been a little bit since I did the character review, but unless they're changing things and you can do that, this might be a new character. So let's go back down and see. It's for the Great City. The Great City is filled with elites, machines, and most of all, magic. It is the crown jewel of the continent and a major port of commerce for the region. After all, they are also the ones so interested in buying everything you throw into your selling portal. Not long after you move to Sunhaven, a string of robberies begin, causing massive panic in the Great City. All of their magical artifacts that kept the city running has begun to go missing. Ooh, okay, mystery. With the help of the young time mage, Detective Alicia, and with the prestigious historian, Professor Thorin? 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 You put a stop to these robberies. Adventure through the three districts of the great city, meeting new faces, trying new foods, riding the most classic and sharpest mounts around, shopping for the exclusive decor, decorating your very own inn room, and more. This additional storyline is the second largest in Sunhaven, and we hope you enjoy being the second best detective in the entire great city. Excuse you. Second best? All right, so these are so these are new characters. At least I don't remember seeing this one up top, but we saw this one. So she looks a lot more dragon-esque than Lizard Amari, so I am curious as to her background information. And it says the new romanceables are here, so Professor Thorin and Detective Alicia. Well, right off the bat, I will say I love them. I love this steampunk vibe that we're getting. It reminds me a little of like Studio Ghibli, like the cities that they've done. Let's see. I like that the professor is a bit of an older character. I really like that. I've been noticing, and I've mentioned it a little bit in my Stardew Valley playthrough, that a lot of the games are definitely made for the younger players. And I don't really want characters in a game that look like they're in, high school. And so it's I really love this about Sunhaven, is that you have such a broad range of the characters and their looks that you can appeal to a multitude of generational players. And I think that's really nice. So I love seeing this here. Also, I am obsessed with the detective's hair. I mean, her outfit alone is amazing. I want to say both their outfits are a bit of a step up, they feel like. And I know some of you might be a little upset by that, but some of the outfits for the original characters, I fear, are not as polished and could use a little bit of an update. Now, that said, I know way back when Sunhaven was going to redo the character art styles, and people were very, very upset by that. And so I think they just put off doing that altogether. And I do think it would have been nice for them to have maybe just updated the original characters' looks while still keeping that same art style of the characters we love. But I digress, because we're here for the update. I'm infatuated. I really love seeing the city here and the buildings, and look at this like little flowing area over here. Floating area. I guess it is flowing with the wind though. I love the detective's whole look here. I love all their little clocks. Let's continue on. Great city romanceables. Once the crime spree riddling the great city is solved, Alicia and Thorin, your trusty informants on the case, may be interested in more than just a professional relationship. All right, so let's take a look at this image. I am obsessed with the moon and stars here, obviously. It looks like there's a vendor, which I love. Little city vendor. Some new characters. We're seeing more of that steampunk style with the gears and the lights and whatever's happening in this storefront or building. And her hairstyle, I can't get over it. I think it's so cute. Hello, Alicia. Have any good leads today? Meet Alicia. She is nicknamed the Chrono Mage, as one of the only mages able to use a rare form of magic. Time magic? Okay, Doctor. I love Doctor Who, so anytime I see time magic, that's what I think of. After much training by the Order of Mages, she uses her abilities to help solve crimes and mysteries that come to cause problems for the great city. However, Alicia's very own past remains lost to time itself. Can you help her find herself and the mysteries the past holds? I am intrigued. Good morning, Professor Thorin. Meet Thorin, one of the oldest members of the Order of Curators. When I said he looked older earlier, I didn't mean he would be like the oldest. It makes him sound ancient. So I am curious, what is the range here? But okay. One of the oldest members of the Order of Curators. He dedicated his life to the study of ancient art. I'm sorry. He looks good if he's the oldest here. He's looking good. Just starting. Meet Thorin, one of the oldest members of the Order of Curators. He dedicated his life to the study of ancient artifacts. This passion has earned him the prestigious title of Professor Thorin. Yet something isn't quite right about those tired eyes, furrowed brows, and amazing mustache. What more is there to learn about this distinguished gentleman? And are you interested in a lesson? Okay, Sunhaven. Don't get weird on me. So take some time to get to know your new acquaintances. Who knows what secrets they hold? This plaque is a thank you to every backer. Founder plaque. A new path has opened in Sunhaven. This path brings you to the Plaque of the Three Dragons, otherwise known as the Founder Plaque. This plaque is a part of our original Kickstarter to honor and recognize every backer who helped bring the world of Sunhaven to life. We could not have done it without you, and we hope you have fun finding which plaque your name is on. I'm really excited for them to have put in this founder's plaque and to have the backers from Kickstarter being recognized. We've seen a little bit of that in game, but I know this has been a critique for a while for the game, that they have not recognized everyone, and it's been a long time. And I will critique it here, saying it took far too long. But more importantly, what hasn't been said here that I'm going to critique more on is that they still haven't recognized any of the artists for the game. And I know that is an issue that's very disappointing. And I was hoping if we were going to get an update for the game, we would also see that. And so I'm hopeful maybe they will add that in too, and they just haven't talked about it. But since it is an issue that the community has discussed, you would think that they would put it in this written version of the update. Again, hopefully, but I don't see it here. But for the rest, it says, who's ready to slash in and hammer down into the great city? There are more details to come, but if you want to get a chance to see the brand new region before it's released, the new content for patch 3.0 is available now on the PvE for PC only. So you can go ahead and join them on Discord for a chance to play if that's something that you're interested in. I'm interested in looking here. I'm not very far in the game, but I don't recognize the armor that they're wearing or the little pet. I'm assuming it's a pet that's... you can like leash the pets and have them follow you. And we have two different players, it looks like, with different weapons. So I'm going to assume these are new items, but if I'm wrong, please let me know. But if they are new items, I really love this pet with the little purple. I think that looks very cute. And then we have one that looks kind of like a bug, maybe like a lightning bug or a beetle of some kind. I'm not sure. They're fighting the horn snakes, so I'm going to assume that the path to find this plaque is the same way that you go searching for Nelvari, possibly. We'll just have to wait and see. Some takeaways. This is the hard part about a blind reaction to something, is I don't have my time to develop my thoughts and ideas as well. But I'm going to scroll back up so we can look a little bit more on... I really like this image here and here. So let's actually, let's keep with our focus here. Because it is a Great City update, and we are originally from the Great City, I think I'm really hoping that they will add in references to our life in the great city. Now, I recognize that it is a very large city on the continent, and we're only probably going to see a small portion. It did say 3 areas. Whether or not our character recognizes those areas, I really hope they do. I think it would be really cool to have references, and more so, I'd love there to be characters that our own character recognizes, maybe just like an old friend or something. And it said that there's going to be an inn. Let me find that quick. Oh, I didn't have to go too far, just scroll up a little bit. It says decorating our very own inn room. Now, the fact that it's an inn room and not like a little apartment is a little upsetting. I wouldn't have even minded if maybe they had pulled in some type of family for our character and that we could maybe stay in our old house or apartment, just some type of reference to our life in the great city. I do like that it's different. It's an inn room, so it's not a farm, it's not anything like that, but again, I know it's a critique that people are upset over the multiple farms in the game, but I like that you can kind of focus on a region and stay there. And again, that's coming from someone who's a little bit new to the game, so I'm not too far in. But my largest critique, because I have been told and have also Googled, there are not sprinklers in the game. And I've been told also that there is a spell that kind of helps with that. And I think that if you're going to have multiple regions, they should consider putting them in an update. Especially if we're getting such a cool steampunk area that would be very proficient in technology and magic, they could do that. And I don't know why they haven't. And I think if they really would like to make their player base happy, they would consider putting that in. And I'm not saying that they should be in like early game. I think it's fine to make your player work to get that, and making the equipment that you have to find to make the sprinklers a little bit more difficult for how far of an area to use would be completely fine, but they should do it. But again, back to the original part of this video, we'll have our very own inn room. I hope the room is large enough for us to decorate, especially if there's going to be new items to focus on, having this like cool city area. It says here, meeting new faces, trying new foods. And so I'm curious how the story factors in our character being from the great city. I really want our character to have a little bit of an idea of the area, and I don't know. I'm curious to see what the writing style is going to be for it, and I'm hoping it really ties things together, but I am a little nervous for it to tie in. I will say that some of the character storylines are a little jumbled at times and could use a bit more formatting for the characters that we already have. But overall, I just can't believe that we are getting this large update. And if you haven't noticed, there is a large sale going on for the game. So I'm recording this on the day that this update has come out. It's the 6th of December, and it's currently on sale in the US on Steam for 70% off for $7.49, which I think is a great deal for such a large amount of content that you get in the game. I want to hear what you all are thinking about this. Are you excited? Do you have a favorite of the 2 romanceables? I have to say, I wish that for each new area that we got more than just 2 romanceables. And I know this is a lot because this is a big update, it looks like. But I wouldn't mind if the other areas that we have also got like 2 more added. Because I don't know. I think Sunhaven, the actual city of Sunhaven, has so many, and then you look at the other regions and you're not getting as many, which I know that's a big ask. And like they have added more romanceables to the areas over time. So I still have hope to just be getting a little bit more. And hopefully maybe they'll add more to this city since it is the great city. It's a big area. I would love to see that in the future, but again, that's just being nitpicky at this point because we're getting this whole area with these characters. Of the two, I'm having a hard time choosing. I mean, the more human-looking character already has a head start, but I think that I want to say she looks like a dragon, not a lizard. So I'm going to reference her as maybe she's like a dragonborn character. Draconian, I don't know. But I think she looks really cool. I love her little fang. You know, I like fangs. And I'm always partial to a dragon. You'll have to let me know what you're most excited about. Are you looking forward to the region, the mounts, the fashion, the possible pets? What are you looking forward to the most? I mean, overall, I just think a new region is so cool, and I really love that they're adding in the founder's plaque. I think this is a good one. It looks like that there's no date for when it might be released, but it says there are more details to come, so I look forward to that. Hopefully it's not too long, but I'm also fine with waiting because I want them to make sure everything is good and ready. Well, make sure to leave me in the comments your thoughts, like I said before, but also just what are you hoping for? Do you see anything that you're not excited about? I don't know. I'm pretty excited, but I mean, if you guys see something that I don't because you've been playing the game a lot longer, I'd love to hear it. Leave a comment and don't forget to like the video, subscribe if you haven't, all the fun YouTube things. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, evening, night, whenever, wherever you are. And until we meet again, goodbye for now.